We're going to talk a little bit about something we don't like, which is why this guy's in business. Bugs, critters, pests. And with us from Rose Pest Control, we say good morning to Mike Rogers. Mike, good morning.
Good morning, Art.
You're in a business, people love you and hate what you get rid of, right?
Yeah, they like us at the end.
So let's talk. I mean, it seems that over years, different pests seem to come and go. What's the current crop? What are we looking at today that we hear more about and have to be more concerned about?
I think what we're seeing is the tick population. It's been in the news, and this year for us, I think we've done more tick jobs than we did all of last year.
And now, correct me if I'm wrong, but primarily when we talk about ticks, we're talking outside, aren't we?
We are. A lot of hunters brought them back last fall. We've had calls really nonstop since the fall of last year, but really the spring is the highlight of where people pick these things up.
And people pick them up. Could be Lyme disease, if you get it, right?
Right.
They transmit that.
Right. Well, there's a species that transmit that, and right now they're finding that on the west side of the state, all the way up that
Not
Lake
here.
Michigan side. They are starting to find them moving closer to the east side of the state. So we do have to take precautions, no matter what species.
So you treat, in this case, you're treating the lawns, brush, things of that nature, right?
Yeah, we look for habitat modification because if we go out there and treat, it's not helping whoever the property owner is for a long period of time. We need to look, and we actually do what we call a tick drag, where we actually drag a cloth across the ground to see how much population we have. And then we do look at the high grass on the edge of a yard. They're not going to hang out in a well-manicured lawn.
Oh, is that right? So if you mow your lawn regularly, chances are you're not going to find ticks in it?
Correct. Basically what a tick does is finds a trail where rodents and wildlife go, and they get up on a high weed, and they just kind of put their arms out and wait to grab somebody while they walk by. So you really have to walk up to them and rub against them for them to get on you. So we try to.
And they are bloodsuckers, right?
They are. Well, they'll get in. They'll get in the skin, and that's where when they inject what they have inside, that's where that Lyme disease comes from when they're trying to suck the blood.
Yeah. So when you treat, you have to. You have to first modify the habitat. Is that right?
We try to. If we can modify the habitat, we'll have long-term control and get those ticks out of the areas where the homeowner or property owner just does not want them, and then we'll apply a residual pesticide to that area if we can't modify it, and that'll give them anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks of relief.
Yeah. So so what's the tick season? Is there a season? 4 to 6 weeks. How many times do you have to come back during a season?
And normally it's the peak is right now in the spring. The ones that you'll see in the fall are the woodsmen, the people going out for hunting. We get those calls. But normally when you're talking family and hiking and camping, it's normally the peak is usually the middle of May until probably the late part of June.
As always, Mike, thanks. We'll have to do it again.
Thank you. Yeah.
Mike Rogers from Rose Pest. Always fun having him. We thank you for joining us, and we'll talk to you next hour.